Okay, now, did you go into all the other rooms?
Yes.
And did you go downstairs?
No.
Okay. So you never even looked into the basement?
Honestly, I was not even aware there was a basement.
Okay. Do you recall going in the bathroom?
I'm sure I went in the bathroom. I don't really remember.
Anything, now that I'm kind of recalling you to the bathroom there, anything stick out about it that seemed a little unusual?
No.
Do you remember color by any chance?
No, I don't remember the color of the bathroom. I believe the only reason I looked into the bathroom was I may have checked the medicine cabinet or something, but I don't.
Yeah, I remember in your interview you mentioned that they might have had some prescriptions like Vicodin or Percocet or something like that. Does that ring a bell with you?
Yeah.
And you take that? You take those medications?
I don't take them personally, no. I took some from the house, yes.
Would you sell them, or what? I guess it doesn't really matter, but would you mind telling me?
I don't really. I guess my thought was that I might sell them. I don't know. I don't really do that kind of stuff. I just grabbed them because they were there, and I was grabbing a lot of different stuff. So.
Okay, and when you're never mind that. Okay, so let's. So they're in the far bedroom, and so now you mentioned that they were on the bed in your interview, and they're, I guess, trussed up with these cable ties.
Yes.
Okay, and so at this point, you feel comfortable to go through the rest of the house, and you mentioned grabbing some suitcases. Do you recall where you got those suitcases from?
I believe they were in the bedroom directly adjoining the bedroom that they were sleeping in. I believe they were in a closet, and there was a chest of drawers and a lot of other miscellaneous household items in that room.
Do you remember there was one item there that was fairly large, and I wondered if you remembered what that was next to the bed.
Next to the bed in the room they were sleeping in?
The other room.
No, I don't. I'm not. I remember it was a crowded bedroom, and
yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, but tell me this: you mentioned finding military documents from Bill Currier. Is that the room you found them in?
Yes.
Okay, and where were they?
They weren't documents, but I think I did see some uniform patches or maybe some insignia and medals that were in a chest of drawers there that I went through.
Okay, all right. All right, and that's the same, you're telling me that's the same room where the suitcases were, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, now Lorraine's lingerie, that is, where's that?
I believe I got that from a couple different spots in the house. I know I got some of it from that same chest of drawers in that adjoining bedroom.
Okay. Anywhere else?
Possibly from the room they were sleeping in as well.
Okay. And you put those in the suitcase?
Yeah, I put everything in the suitcases.
All right. Let's see. Bear with me for a minute. There's a room, the room on the other side of the hall.
Yeah.
Tell me what you remember about that room.
There was a bird cage in it with a blanket over it.
Uh-huh. Was there a bed in there?
I don't remember if there was a bed or a large desk. It was a crowded room. It seems like there were quite a bit of stuff in it, and I remember I got a quick idea of what might be in that room, and I didn't really go through it that much. I didn't really figure there would be anything in there. So.
Okay, so tell me this: it sounds like I mean, you've already got this worked out in your head, and you know what you're looking for when you go into the house. So, I mean, by the time you go through these other places, have you already found what you wanted to find, or are you exploring for things that might interest you, or do you already know what you're looking for?
Well, everything else that I took was pretty inconsequential. Anything else I was looking for was I already had an idea of the things I might find in the house, which is why I didn't really go through it that thoroughly. If I had had the impression that there were more things of value in the house, I would have gone through it more thoroughly. But everything I found pointed me to the direction that I wasn't going to find anything else of interest to me. So the main reason I was there was for them. So that's not.
Yeah. Okay. Now I know you're a carpenter. Do you build houses?
Yes.
Okay. So I mean basically style of house and what you can expect to find from a construction aspect and all that stuff. So it sounds to me like nothing in the house really surprised you.
No, I don't remember seeing anything unusual. It seemed like a pretty typical ranch style house to me.
Okay, all right. And in your interview, you mentioned that you got jewelry that didn't look like valuable jewelry. You got a couple of cell phones, is that right?
Yes.
And what did you take the guy's wallet or the woman's handbook or pocketbook or anything like that?
Yeah, there was a large. It seemed like all of their financial cards and identifications and everything. It seems like all that was in one wallet.
Okay, and that's the one that you took away with you.
Yeah.
Did you ask them about how much money they had in the wallet and PIN numbers and all that stuff?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and what did they tell you?
I got my main concern wasn't with how much money they had in their accounts. It was to make sure that they had given me the correct PIN number for their card. Okay,
did you ever try to access that?
No, I don't think so.
To keep it is that one of the things you got rid of? Was it in New Hampshire, or did you get rid of that in the dumpster at the place you were staying?
No, the card and the phones I didn't get rid of till New Hampshire.
Okay. Well, let's talk about their car, if you don't mind. Do you need a break or anything?
No, I'm fine.
Are you okay with this so far?
Yeah, this is fine.
Good. So, obviously they weren't driving a Bentley. You mentioned that it's a Saturn and 2-door, 4-door.
I believe it was a 4-door sedan.
Okay. And I think you mentioned accessing the trunk. So, did you do any preparation to the car before you put them in it? Or had you already checked out the car?
Yeah, I had. I checked out the car pretty thoroughly before I even decided to break into the house.
Okay. Now, did you adjust seats or anything like that? I'm assuming that you knew where you wanted to put the woman, where you wanted to put the guy.
Yes.
Did you adjust the seats to make that happen, or?
Yeah, I did have to adjust the seats, I think.
Okay, and so these people are tied up, and I'm assuming hands and feet. Do you cut their feet loose or something to make it so they can walk out to the car?
Their feet weren't tied when I walked them out to the car, no.
Okay. Did they have anything on their feet?
Not until I had them in the car.
Okay, no, I don't mean tying. My thought is you broke the window to get into that house, and now you got to take these folks out to their car. Did they just walk barefoot across this broken glass?
No, I think I let them put on some slippers.
Okay. All right. And so, I mean, am I correct that their feet were tied up and that you must have had to untie them to enable them to walk to the car?
No, their feet, I don't think their feet were ever tied when they were on the bed.
Oh, okay. Just their arms.
Yeah, there was. I went through the house really fast. I would go from room to room, and once I had them tied up, I went through the house pretty quickly to make sure I hadn't missed anybody. And
now you mentioned taking the lingerie away. Any other items like makeup or stuff like that? Did you take any of that stuff?
There was quite a few things I threw into the suitcases.
I guess I don't know any other way to ask questions, but to be blunt, I'm assuming that those particular items play into what your intentions are towards these folks sexually. When you get to where you want to go, am I on track with that, or are these just souvenirs?
No, that's pretty much the gist of it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you mind if I'm kind of curious. Do you dress Lorraine in her lingerie, or do you have some other purpose for it?
I don't know if I want to go into that.
All right, fair enough. Hey, anything you want to tell me about is great. So we'll move on.